New York Knicks fans are going to get a little bit of debate in here. We've clearly got two very different images here, and let's break them down a little bit. I've selected as to me in my head one of the most iconic moments in New York Knicks history is Linsanity. And look, the Knicks, a storied franchise, have been along a long time, around a long time. But I think, and you've obviously selected an image older than Linsanity, that they've been sort of devoid of major success for as long as I can remember. Short of going back to Patrick Ewing days and things like that, which I was around, and MJ was that the era too, obviously, and they couldn't get past MJ. Linsanity was sort of like it put the Knicks on the radar for, and I pulled this up just before, 2 weeks, literally 15 days. Yeah, for 15 days, the Knicks were like the hottest team in the NBA, even if they didn't have the best record, because there was this Asian guy that was about to get cut that can't even play. Everyone thought he just couldn't even play. But then suddenly, over the course of these 15 days and the games that they played in, he just couldn't lose. Yeah, he just couldn't lose. It was like, yeah, that at one point you were sort of like, what, the Knicks gonna just win every game for the rest of the season? Like you knew that was gonna happen, but it was like, when was he gonna lose? Like, who's gonna stop him? And I guess I picked an image here from Linsanity when they played the Lakers. And I think if you sort of recall that sort of specific matchup, I think it was maybe about game three or so until Insanity, and 3 or 4, and I think there was a bit of hype starting to build at that point, and then Kobe was asked, oh, what about Jeremy Lin? Oh, who's Jeremy Lin? I believe that was the sort of the response that was given, right? And then he came out, torched them, got another win, and now suddenly the LA knew who Jeremy Lin was as well. Like every town he arrived in over that streak, he left his name there, and yeah, look, I think that's definitely in an iconic moment in not only just Knicks history, but in NBA history. And it's for many different aspects. And yeah, look, obviously that's why I've gone with that image.
Yeah, it's funny because both our images have a similar theme. I picked the John Starks poster over the Bulls, um, even though they lost that series, and Linsanity died after 2 weeks. Like that's one of the depressing things probably for Knicks fans is they've been around for one of the longest periods of time, and there's that one championship all the way back in the 70s, and that's it. That's it. There's the lockout season where they made it all the way and then lost to the Spurs. There's Carmelo coming and I think winning one playoff round in New York. That was exciting. And now it's Jalen Brunson. And no disrespect to anything that's happened in Knicks history, but that's not great. And the moments that we've picked out here, I'm picking a really impressive poster dunk from a player that was a little bit of a hothead and probably had some costly mistakes in those Knicks series against the Bulls. And, the Bulls had the Patrick Ewing effect, but he was someone who always struggled to stay healthy. And that was a recurring theme when I was, investigating Knicks history. Like, can I pick the finals? And it's was like, oh, well, like Larry Johnson actually was a bigger part of the finals trip than he was. And, you just don't expect that. So this is mine. It's a cool dunk. It
It's
was
cool
a
though.
it was a short guard,
Did he? Did they?
and
Did they win this
that's all
game?
I've got
Is
for
there
it.
more context to this? Is that Horace Grant and is that MJ? So I guess your angle you've taken here is not a bad one, right? Is he claiming
Oh no,
claim
this
to
is
fame?
a this is a great poster. Like this is an actual like you could purchase this as a poster back when posters were an actual
I
thing.
don't think I've actually
So
seen this angle though. You've chosen an
uh,
interesting angle of this dunk. Like,
it's no, it's the. I mean, I'll see
you
if I
think
can
you
find
think
the
this is the
odds.
most common angle? I don't know. Like maybe it's just something else I'm thinking in my head. That's all. But did they win this game? Is this a finals playoff game? Is this a playoffs game?
This is a playoffs game. Whether or not they won or not, I couldn't tell you. Couldn't
Because
tell
I
you.
tell you, Jeremy
It,
Lin won every game in Insanity until they
yeah,
lost,
okay. Well,
and
I
then
could give you a fact about. I could give you a fact about that. That was an issue of, Linsanity's issue was mainly his usage just exploded. So Linsanity is a nice experiment of the concept. What if you just gave a random dude on our team the ball 30% of the time and sees what happens? So, Jeremy Lin's run there was very impressive, but did you know that he averaged like close to 5 turnovers per game in that run? Like
So what? They
he put the
won. They
ball.
won. You can average 10 turnovers a game. If you win and you win 82 games, but you average 50 turnovers a game, no one cares. I think you're picking at something that no one cares because you win. Winning is the only thing that matters. His usage doesn't matter. They
That's
won and
interesting. I
won
feel
and
like
won.
we've had some Westbrook debates that have themed a little otherwise, but that's okay. We clearly ran out of Knicks content. I'm sorry, Knicks fans. Maybe next year.
You guys tell us which one's clearly more iconic, right?
This is Two Guys with Spare Time. I'm Faz, this is Nick. You're probably a basketball fan like us, so hopefully you can throw us an assist and giving our video a like and subscribing to our channel.
And if you got thoughts, feelings, or even some suggestions, please put them down in the comment section below. And thank you for using your spare time to watch us in our spare time.